So, hello everyone. I want to share with you a really powerful Kundalini meditation for cleaning and clearing ancestral trauma. And I've just came back from a very intense but beautiful retreat in Mexico. And as part of this experience, I really came to understand and experience for myself how the trauma that our ancestors have been through can be affecting us very much to this day. And I know through the work that I do with Body Talk that trauma affects the body epigenetically, which means that whatever has happened with your ancestors, whether that's 1, 5, 10, or even 25 generations back, it creates epigenetic locks in the body. And this is like an instruction on top of your genetic code, which tells the body to either produce something or to shut something down. So if your ancestors have been through some major trauma, like war, for example, even the witch burning or other things like this, then this can really be affecting how you are in the world, even if you don't realize it. And this is something that became so tangible for me during this retreat in Mexico. Was like, wow, the extent of my mother's trauma and the trauma that I'm carrying through my female line became so apparent to me. And even if we're not aware on it on a day-to-day level, you may find that there's certain indications, like for example, if you are very, very sensitive to stress. So if your capacity to deal with stress is very low, then it may be that there's an epigenetic lock which is creating you to produce more stress hormones in your adrenals, in your brain, than perhaps somebody that doesn't have that epigenetic lock in their body. But it can also relate to the way that we are in the world. For example, there may be a fear around speaking up or speaking your truth or even standing in your power or even in opening up to your own mastery. And you can trace this back through your family lineage. So this meditation was given by Yogi Bhajan to really help us to clear this ancestral trauma, this ancestral lineage that we're carrying that works very deeply on affecting our subconscious and therefore how we are in the world. And, as we're moving into this time of this new earth, where these new frequencies are coming in, where we're really changing the way that we are in the world, we're moving into a much more heart-centered space. And that, there are frequencies that are coming in where we need to function in a different way. We need to start to clear what it is that we've been carrying so that we can actually show up in the world in our purity. So within each of us is this beautiful diamond. This diamond gets covered over with paint, all the negative experiences that we may have had in our own life, but also whatever we might be carrying karmically or from our ancestors. And then we can't really shine this light. So in order for us to be congruent with this new energy and for us to really be present in this time of these new energies where we can be effective human beings, we need to clear away the layers and layers of this ancestral trauma that we're going to be carrying. And if you think about the history on this planet, there's been lots of war, there's slavery, people have been imprisoned, tortured, there's witch burning, there's so much suffering that's happened on this planet that will be affecting us on a cellular level. Sorry about my dog. And we need to be able to clear this on a cellular level, on our from our subconscious, but then also through our energy bodies and our light bodies as well. So we actually have 12 dimensional bodies, so we can be holding a frequency in a different body, in a different dimension, as well as in our physical body. And so this is a really beautiful meditation, and it works with the mantra Guru Guru, Wahe Guru, Guru Ram Das Guru. And one of the tools that we have from Kundalini Yoga is the Shabad, and the Shabad is the sound current that becomes our teacher. So when we chant a Shabad, these are the words of an enlightened being, somebody that came to this planet who had a very high frequency, and when they connected to the sound of the universe, which we call the Anahata, it comes through as poetry, and then they chanted these words. So when we then chant these words, sorry about my dog, When we then chant these words and we follow the same configuration with our tongue over the roof of the mouth, then we start to change our body chemistry. We change the secretions of the glands in the body. We start to change the brain structures. We start to purify. It's like the sound current starts to shake loose anything that you're holding in your subconscious at a cellular level, and also in your energy bodies that are not in alignment with this frequency. So if you think about these words of an enlightened being that having a very high frequency, then when we chant them, we're raising our vibration, we're raising our own frequency, and anything that doesn't match that starts to fall away. So it's a really beautiful way then of being able to purify whatever it is that we're holding on a subconscious level. So, when we work with these shabbas, because they're really powerful tools, and, I run a 40-hour meditation retreat every year in Glastonbury, and we use shabbads. So this is a really powerful way of deep diving into clearing the subconscious. So part of that, when you start to chant, is that you start to meet a resistance. And this is normal. This is part of the process. And so when we meet a resistance, usually as human beings, we want to move away from pain. We want to move towards pleasure. But actually, the capacity that Kundalini Yoga gives us and these amazing mantras and these shabbads is the ability to just sit with the experience. So it's like, we talk about 21 stages of meditation, that maybe there is irritation, maybe there's frustration, maybe there's boredom. Whatever it is that's arising in you, you just want to alchemize, you want to use the sound current to start to transform this so that it becomes into purity. And so we're not making resistance wrong, that any experience that you have is valid. So whether you're experiencing the bliss of who you are, or whether you're feeling the resistance and the limitation, all is welcome. And you just allow the mantra, you just keep chanting the mantra, you just sit with the energy of it, and you just allow it to move through the body. And when you start to change, when you chant a mantra for a prolonged period of time, you're starting to change yourself on a cellular level. You're changing the grey matter of the brain. It has this effect on your physiology. And this is why Kundalini Yoga is so scientific. Everything that we do, every mudra, every word, every mantra, every posture that we put ourselves in changes us on a deep level. It changes the energy, it changes the energy signature that we're holding, so that we can start to really live in alignment with who we are, which is the Waheguru, which is the purity, which is the bliss. But we don't want to be doing spiritual bypassing. We really need to work through the shadow. We want to embrace it. We want to love it. This is part of our experience as a human, is to really feel all that we feel. We need to be able to feel it in order to be able to heal it. And we also want to honor our ancestors for what it was that they went through and the coping mechanisms that they put in place in order to be able to survive. So when I was in Mexico, I just had this an incredible experience of really feeling my mother's pain. And in that experience where I felt all of her grief and her emotional distress, and I felt her sadness and her feelings of aloneness and her rage and her hatred and all of these things that I didn't realize to such a degree that I was carrying, I started to feel compassion for her. And I also then had this ability to really forgive her for not showing up in my life as I wanted her to do. And I was able to then send this compassion and the forgiveness back down through my ancestral line. And so this is what we're doing with this mantra, is as we're chanting, we're sending the energy 7 generations back, and then we're sending this energy 7 generations forward. And it's like we're just clearing the path. And so it's like you are the conduit for this energy. So let's tune in with Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. So whenever we chant a Kundalini meditation or we're opening up a Kundalini practice, we are using this mantra as a way to open the space. So we're bowing to this wisdom in ourselves, and we're opening up this field of protection around us, this beautiful golden energy to hold the space. So bring your hands together and rolling your shoulders back and lifting and opening your heart center. And then just taking a few deep breaths. So inhaling mentally chanting Sat, and exhaling, mentally chanting Nam, and drawing this breath all the way down into your belly and then into the sides of your ribs, all the way up into your chest, into your clavicle. One smooth inhale and one smooth exhale. And just arriving in your body. So just honoring all that you feel and all that you are. And taking a deep inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Adhikare Name, Jugadhikare Name, Sadhikare Name, Sri Gurudev Name. Adhikare Name, Jugadhikare Name, Sadhikare Name, Sri Gurudev Name. Adhikare Name, Jugadhikare Name, Sadhikare Name, Sri Gurudev Name. And inhale, holding the breath. Feel the vibration of this mantra, that you're bowing to this wisdom in yourself, creating this energy around you, protection, and then exhaling. Okay, so it's a really simple meditation. So you're going to bring your right hand over your heart, and you're bringing your left hand on the back of the heart with the palm facing backwards. And we're just going to chant together, Guru, Guru, Wahe Guru, Guru Ram Das Guru. And Guru is just the movement from ignorance to bliss or darkness to light. The Wahe Guru is this exclamation of ecstasy, which is really our true nature. And Guru Ram Das was a Sikh guru, but he embodied the qualities of humility and also miracles and healing. And as we chant this, we're opening ourselves up to receive this energy, to be able to embody that energy for ourselves. And we're sending this energy 7 generations back and 7 generations forward. So here we go. Just chant with me. Ramdas Guru, Guru Guru Vaheguru, Guru 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 Ramdas Guru. Guru Guru Vaheguru, Guru Ramdas Guru, 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 Guru Guru Vaheguru, Guru Ramdas Guru. And then just inhaling, holding the breath, squeeze the Mula Bandha, draw that energy all the way up to the top of the head, tongue in the roof of the mouth. So squeezing the muscles of the anus and sexual organs in and up, navel to the spine, and visualizing this energy coming to the top of your head. Tongue in the roof of the mouth to circulate this energy through the body. And then exhaling. And just for a moment, just sitting in the energy of this mantra, just feeling that frequency, bringing you to your heart, and just sending this healing energy to your ancestors and to your future generations. And just giving thanks and having compassion and gratitude for your soul's journey and all that you've experienced to bring you to this point in your life. And whatever is going to be opening up for you next. And just bringing your hands together now at your heart center. So we're going to close with 3 long Satnams. So inhale to begin. Satnam, Satnam, Satnam. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Thank you for joining me. So the music was by Snatam Kaur. I think it's on her Divine Birth album. And really, in order to have deep healing, you need to do any kind of practice for at least 40 days, consistently every day. And then you'll start to really embody the qualities of the meditation or the practice that you're doing. And I'm always offering 40-day practices that are led in the morning. If you find it difficult to do your own practice by yourself, you can always get in contact with me through my website, thegoldenlight.co.uk, if you're interested to join. But otherwise, try and see whether you can build up. Start with 11 minutes, build it up to 22. To really get a full effect of a meditation, it's best to do it for at least 31 minutes. If you're new to this practice, just build it up slowly. And yeah, let me know how you get on. So much love. Bye.